That was shocking, wasn't it? Yeah. I really don't know what to say, really. But for all of you who don't know, WWE superstar, WWE wrestler, Roman Reigns, who was the Universal Champion, the top title holder on Monday Night Raw, came out yesterday to start the show, and people didn't think anything else of it. It seemed to be business as usual. He got the usual mixed reaction, a lot of cheers, a lot of boos. Something was noticeably different though, because usually nowadays, superstars, wrestlers come down to the ring in their attire, even for promos, even if they're just talking on the mic. They're always in their wrestling attire. They might have like their merchandise on, in some cases, like their shirt, but for the most part, they're always in their wrestling gear. But yesterday, Roman Reigns came out in a black shirt, jeans, and necklace. He was still holding the title, and people thought it was just going to be business as usual. People in the attendance, I guess most of the people watching on TV as well, if they didn't catch wind of it before Raw went on the air, that Roman Reigns announced that he has been battling with leukemia for 11 years and practically no one knew about it, which was shocking, because then and it's back. Apparently it's back. It's resurfaced, which is yeah, it is shocking, because no one, he doesn't look like someone who would have it. Let's just put it that way, right? He's in the prime of his life. He's fit, better shape than I have ever been, or I'll ever be. Who knows? But that's it for him for now. Wrestling. He relinquished the title. He had focused on his health and his family, which I think, of course, is the reasonable thing to do. I'm glad he had the courage to make this public and raise awareness for it. And sometimes all of us as fans of something, I've been watching WWE since I was a kid. Then of course I had those moments where it kind of sucked and I stopped, and I eventually came back in 2011, and I've been watching it ever since. So sometimes, and I'm wearing a Dodgers shirt right now. It's game 1 of the World Series tonight against the Red Sox. But when we watch sports, sometimes or entertainment, we get so invested in, we put so much of our emotion into the competition, into the sport, that sometimes we forget that these people are people, and that no matter what our opinion is, or what we think of what happens during the game, situations during the game, there comes a point where you sometimes forget that it is just really a game. It is just sports. It is just, in this case, it is just entertainment. With regards to the character of Roman Reigns, not to use WWE's lingo, but it is very polarizing. People cheer him, people boo him, people like him as a character, people don't agree with the direction of the character, the way he's being booked, or the way he's, being booked as this next John Cena or whatever. We can get caught up in that so much that we forget that Roman Reigns' real name, which he actually did say it on TV, is Joe Anoa'i. And this is a real person battling something very serious, something literally life-threatening, literally life and death. And it really puts a lot of things into perspective, doesn't it? With regards to stuff like this. And, I said I'm wearing my Dodgers thing, and during the series against the Brewers, I was going through all these roller coasters of emotions, and then last night I was watching I was watching the Lakers play, and then, you know, with LeBron, we all know what happened with LeBron late in the game. And you know, I was upset, right? Because my team lost and the star man didn't deliver. And there's also a big game today, later today, the Champions League match between Manchester United and Juventus, Cristiano Ronaldo's return. Everyone's writing, you know, anticipating all that, all these storylines, all these situations going on. But then when you around stuff like that and you hear a situation like this, it really does put things into perspective. And when Roman gave his promo last night, it was crazy. I mean, personally, I didn't see it as it happened. I caught it a little bit later, but I actually caught news on YouTube through the Cultaholic YouTube channel. I actually thought at first it was some kind of satirical post, some kind of satire, which was pretty terrible of me. But this was completely unexpected. A lot of people I follow on YouTube who do these live streams or reactions to Raw, they felt the same thing. When Roman came out, no one gave a single thought about it being something that isn't written into the script. When Roman went out in shirt and jeans, it might have been something just, you know, no one gave a single thought of what that was supposed to symbolize, or that he wasn't going to be on the show, and he won't be on the show for quite some time. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty rambling right now, but it's just crazy how shocking and sudden this news came. And as a fan, after everything was done, after that show was done, after his promo was done, you didn't think that WWE could possibly put on a show, but the show must go on. And with regards to what happened on Raw, it was a very, very emotional Raw. Everything was so hard hitting that you don't know. And then after the show, I went on Reddit, and I see that previous posts, I think earlier on Monday, during the day on Monday, or late Sunday, I don't exactly know when those reports came out, but there were reports that Roman Reigns, before Raw, and of course before everything became public, there were reports that Roman Reigns was possibly injured, and he was given the weekend off. Like, usually WWE works house shows on the weekend and then throughout the week, live events, but he was given the weekend off. He wasn't at those live shows, and people are wondering, oh, is this part of the story? Is injury part of the story? Is this injury legit? Is he really injured or hurt? Crazy how things, hurt is a very, very, very big understatement, but it's just very, very emotional. And but yeah, no matter what you think or how you see the character of Roman Reigns, please, let's all root for Joe, the real person Joe, to beat leukemia once again, like he did, like he's done before. And you know, do the whole shebang: drive by, Superman punch, spear, the whole shebang. And hopefully pretty soon we're going to be seeing you back in the WWE. Believe that.